Well, I guess we should start at the very, very beginning. I am Julie McGill, and I am Dylan's mom. I became pregnant with Dylan when I was still single. Dylan was trying to come out at 5 months, so I had a very, very hard pregnancy. I was on bed rest. When I knew it was finally time, he was a month early. I had told his father, who was at a party, that I was going into labor, and he didn't bother to.
It's not me, by the way.
I drove myself to the hospital at about 1 o'clock in the morning and stayed there by myself all night. Never heard from his father.
Jumping straight into it. That's how my life was, though, you know? I feel like when you're trying to make a story or a documentary or whatever, it's cool to have like the story arc, build like some lore, build some personal connections, then get to the climax where it's all the emotions and something crazy. But no, we're not doing that here today. I mean, we're authentic. We're gonna speak it how it is. And yeah, my life wasn't even like that. My life was just straight up off the rip on some BS. So that's how this project begins. The first few years of my life. It's a little bit difficult.
But I have never experienced a joy like that when Dylan was born. It was magical, and he was a very, very, very happy baby. He was smiling all the time. I would walk into his room in the morning and he'd be standing up in his crib saying, "Is it wake up time?" "It's wake up time," with the biggest smile and dimples and blue eyes and blonde hair. And we were just quite a pair from then on.
Don't forget to spit. No, okay, that's good, Dylan. Dylan, that's good. You spit that out. You don't swallow it. Nice.
As a kid, I was pretty happy, for sure. I was a happy dude. I like Ben 10. I like Zeke and Luca. I like skateboarding. I like Superman a lot. All the superheroes. You know, as a kid, you just kind of think the world is all rainbow and sunshine and all that. You kind of don't really realize like what's actually going on, you know? I kind of realized as I was growing up. Eventually, when I kind of got a little bit older, like five or six, then I had to go start spending the weekends at my birth dad's house. That's when I kind of started to see, you know, what life was really like, I guess, if that makes sense. I was actually able to see like what's going on for real. It wasn't all happy and sunshine and rainbows anymore.
He had to split time between our house and his biological dad's house. And the differences in the two homes were pretty dramatic. And we had no choice. If it were up to us,
it was by law.
He would have stayed with us, but the law dictates that his biological father was entitled to time with him, and that's what had to happen. Or, you know, we ran the risk of going to jail.
He had such a bright light, and it was so hard to see that dim.
Yeah, when I was a kid, just like every kid in this situation, you know, experiences split time for it's what the law needs. For some reason, that's a law. And so when I was growing up, I had to spend 1 weekend at my mom's house and then another weekend at my dad's house. Pretty normal stuff. But when I would get to my dad's house, it was a completely different world. A completely different world. Just scary. Just so much fear, not knowing what was ever gonna happen. And I'm only like 5 years old, so it's not like I can even do anything about it or make a difference even if I tried.
We had no idea how bad it was.
We didn't know how bad it was at the other house.
When he went to the other house.
he would complain about it, but you don't really know because you're not there.
And he would cry and beg to not have to go, just beg and beg. At times he would hide, and we'd have to drag him out there practically.
I was under the age of like 9, and like I realized that I just could not, I just wouldn't stay at that house. I would find any way to avoid that or to protect myself. And one of the things that I did was I always went over to my friend's house who lived across the street. His name was Reggie. And I'd knock on the door, see if Reggie's home, and it was just an excuse to get out of the house. I mean, I tried to get out of the house in any way I could. I ran away a few times. It was just horrible. I mean, I don't even know what all to say about it. It was just horrible. Random dudes in there all the time. One of them even like punched me in the face one time, gave me a bloody nose. I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely hit him first because I was a violent little kid dealing with a lot of stuff, but like, I feel like it's kind of crazy to, as a grown man, hit a 5-year-old back when he hits you. I don't know, that's a little nuts. Not only random dudes in there all the time, but a million new girls. Obviously, I felt a lot safer when there was a woman there. Because in my little 5-year-old brain, I'm thinking all wholesome. I'm thinking, oh, this is like gonna be his new girlfriend or his new wife or whatever. But I don't even want to think about what those girls were, bro, entering that house. I don't know. There's just a new one every night. And I would hug them too, and that was a good part, you know. I always got to try to impress the ladies that was in the house. I've been a ladies' man my whole life, shoot, yeah. I've been a ladies' man my whole life. I remember there was this one girl named like Serena. She came in and I had a ball in my hands or something. And I was just over here cracking jokes. I don't know what I thought because I'm 6 years old. I don't know where I thought that was gonna go, but the real seriousness, like locking back in, it was just good to have that because I felt a lot safer. But, you know, then the nights would come where the women weren't there and Reggie was out of town, and it would just be me there. Ended up with me on multiple occasions actually getting pulled out of the house by the cops at like 4 in the morning. I mean, to really put it into perspective, kind of where my mindset was at when I was like 7 years old. You know, I would be out and about with Reggie, you know, exploring the neighborhood, just staying away from home, riding bikes, skateboarding. I would, you know, whenever I had to go to the bathroom, whenever I had to poop, I didn't want to go back home. Like, I'm doing anything in my power to stay away from that place. So like, even just to poop 2 minutes away from the house, like I'm not gonna walk back. I didn't walk back. I just went under the slide. I swear. Because there was also that cover too. I just poop in this thing. And that blue house was where, yeah. And that sounds all funny and stuff. Like, it is funny to me to think about just why, like, that's so insane. But like, I know why I did it, you know? So it's just like, I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like, I really am so proud of myself as a kid. I don't know, man. I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but I'm so proud of that little fella. Because like, without him operating like that, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know, it could have ended up so bad.
We don't want to go too into detail with a lot of that stuff, but suffice to say, it was heartbreaking to hear the things that were said to him, about us, about anybody in his life that cared for him.
It's stuck with me all these years. It affects me daily. All this stuff does, but like, specifically referring to that house, I mean, I can't stay in environments that are low lit and have not a lot of natural light. That house was just dark all the time. It affects me every Christmas because I guess the coldness, the way the air is, something like that. I guess maybe the music, which reminds me of those times. I mean, and I can't watch certain movies, even certain songs. That time period sucked, man. And it just didn't get any better. It didn't. I just don't even understand how you can just do that as a human, but also like to just do that to like your son. who is trying to care about you, you know? That's like blood, you know? Like, you're supposed to, I just don't get it. Like, that's just like, I still don't get it. It's been like 20 years, I'll never will. Because it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Every time I would go there, it just was horrible. And it changed. Well, actually, my whole life did. There was a big change.
We certainly, I think, didn't understand the depths of kind of the dysfunction over there. And we always knew that his biological dad was not a good guy. That was not a mystery to anybody who crossed paths with him. But when Dylan was in 6th or 7th grade, there was a particularly memorable incident where Dylan refused to exit the house to be picked up by his biological father. It ended up culminating in him agreeing to just take him out to dinner and then bring him back. And Dylan was smart enough to record the conversation they had at dinner. And
6th grade, he was smart enough to record the conversation.
And when he came home, he said, I feel like you guys don't believe me when I tell you the kind of awful things that he says. And so I recorded our conversation. And then he sat and we played back their entire conversation over dinner. And then it became very apparent to us. We decided at that point, kind of put a plan in motion to protect him. And the key part of that was me adopting him.
I think it was when he was 4, was when you first met him. And when was the first time you met him?
I'm Sean McGill, and I am Dylan's dad. I'm not his biological father, but I'm his dad. I met Julie and Dylan when Dylan was 4, and we had been out on a handful of dates. I'm sure I came over and he was there and we were introduced, and the rest is kind of history. Ultimately, just before he started his freshman year of high school, I was able to adopt him. And that was, in that regard, a game changer because he was then fully protected from ever having to spend any time with that person again.
I thank Sean so much for everything. I mean, he saved my life. I genuinely would say that, like, without Sean, I would not be doing YouTube. I would probably be in jail somewhere or something like that. I mean, the path that I was headed down when I was a kid, I definitely would have been something bad, but I had went from this biological dude who's a horrible everything to Sean, who's a veteran, one of the best role models I could ever have in my life, a super sick dude with like super awesome music taste, just overall a good guy, a good dad. And so he saved my life. And that other dude, he tried to ruin it. I don't know, man. The moral of this project is that these things in life, this pain, everything, it's there and it always will be. But you just cannot let it make a difference. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it slow you down. Don't even let it make you think that you can't do something, because you can do anything. And so to my biological father, thank you for all the lessons you taught me. Thank you for trying to ruin my life, because you taught me from a young age that people will only try to tear you down. And once you understand that you're more powerful than anybody in this world that tries to play a role in your life, you understand that you make the decisions and you decide the outcome. And so I thank you for teaching me that from a young age.
So you think you could tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? tell. Did they get you to train your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. Did you exchange?
At every turn, everything has always been so hard. Everything was so hard for him. And he just was born with a smile on his face and a gleam in his eye and just so charismatic. And it's like people just wanted to take that away all the time.
But he was always determined to share that. He knew that he had that inside him, and he knew his own value, and that he had more to share with the world to make people smile and make people laugh. And that's when he started talking about YouTube, that was what he wanted to do with it. He got into YouTube because he didn't want to feel so alone. He connected with YouTubers. He found kindred spirits and people who made him smile and made him laugh. And he thought, well, if I have that same thing going on, then maybe that's a way that I can make a positive out of the negative in my life. You know, he just, through all of it, he just kept on, he never got away from this notion that he was meant to entertain people. Even in the really, really bad times, he never stopped believing himself. He never failed to believe, no matter what people told him about himself, no matter how much they said he should be embarrassed by the videos or
And they
were
did tell him that for sure.
And that happened a lot. The one constant about Dylan through all of this, there are so many points where it could have been like his villain origin story, but at every turn, he chose to be the good guy and to be above it and to turn the other cheek and do all the things that they say you're supposed to do.
People left him his whole life. Everybody has let him down. He would be your best friend and he would be there for you through anything. And he is so loving and compassionate, and anybody would be lucky to have him as a friend, but at every turn, they've just left. And that was all his whole life. To see the man that he is today at almost 23 and how strong of a person he is physically and mentally, and everything that he's overcome is incredible. So it's no surprise when YouTube really started taking off and I was working for him and I was in charge of handling so many different things, including the emails, and to see these emails come in where people said that he saved their lives. They didn't commit suicide because he was there for them, and that may not make any sense, but he became the person he always wished that he had.
authentic self and not try to act like everybody else around him. Even like between a screen, I don't think he realizes how much he's helped his community. Like,
yo, Dizzy, let me just tell you, man, thank you for being such an inspiration and motivation for my life and helping me out through some very hard times.
And I didn't realize how much I could relate with somebody until I started watching this. Bro, you helped me break out of my comfort zone so much more than you can probably even imagine. It's actually kind of crazy. So thank you, bro, because without your videos, I don't think I would be where I am today, because you pushed me to do some crazy things and achieve things that I didn't even know were possible.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Dizzy. I love you so much. And whenever I talk about my life, I always talk about Dizzy because he saved it.
Just keep on being you, man, because I don't think you realize how many people you inspire on a daily basis. So thank you, man, for bringing a smile and a laugh into my life. And I know we're complete strangers, but I'm really glad that, like, YouTube brought you into my life. So thank you, man.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, anybody that's here right now. Thank you, anybody that's ever been here on the journey. This has been an incredible last few years. The experiences I've had have been cool, yeah. Places I've been able to go have been awesome. But there's just nothing more important to me than being able to make a difference in somebody's life. And so the fact that YouTube has given me the opportunity to do something like that, I will cherish that for the rest of my life. And I thank you guys so much that you guys were here along this journey. It's not over, but it is going to be a new chapter. I'm not sure what's going to be happening on this YouTube channel. That's still up for debate. I'll figure out something. But my passions have changed. You know, Dizzy Dill was started when I was 16 years old. Life changes, passions change, and I've reached a point in my life where I'm not as passionate about creating just videos anymore. I'm passionate about creating in general. And one thing that's always been there throughout this whole time, even before YouTube, my whole life really, has been music. It's always been there for me. When nobody else was, when nothing else was there, music was always there. And that's the road I wanted to take next. And so I wanted to tell you guys first that that's where I'm going now, music. And what's a better way to help somebody out in life than through music, you know? It's a whole new route, a whole new realm, something I've never done before in my life. If this documentary shows anything, that you are capable of anything, no matter what. No matter the good stuff going on in your life, no matter the bad stuff, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, what you sound like, who you are, what you've done before, what you want to do, you can do it all. And as much as I wanted to make this for anybody else who needed it, I wanted to make it for myself as well, because it is a little bit scary. Changing up everything in life. I mean, this has been my life for the last 6 years, and I want to close that chapter and open up a whole new one. And it's definitely scary, you know? Anything in life that's new is going to be a little intimidating, but if you're not facing something like that, then what's the point of living? You know what I mean? If you're not trying to grow and get out of your comfort zone and reach areas that are new to you, then what are you doing anything for? I know I'm not anybody that deserves a documentary. I know I'm not special. I know there's a billion, trillion, gazillion other kids that's been through something just as I have. But I did want to make this project because I know it can show at least one kid in life what's possible, regardless of your circumstances. And so I hope that's what happened. I hope it inspired you, and I hope you know you can do anything. Praise God. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this life and this opportunity. And let's go take over the world, yo. We can do this together. And I'm here for y'all. Whatever you guys want to do, whatever journey you're on, whatever path you've taken, I support you. And I'm here for you whenever. We're doing this thing. Not just 2026, but for life. Whatever we want to do, we're doing it together. I love y'all. Cue the Chief Keef.
These bitches love salsa, oh, and I know it. Fucking with the old boss, you gon' get fucked over. Rari's and Rover, these hoes are cheese salsa. Hit on with that cobra, now that boy stuffed over.